Taylor Show.
To go to another level, you must try to learn and hear something new. So make a change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Testing Results, yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Tony Harris Taylor. Testing Results, oh yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Tony Harris Taylor with a drastic results with Tony Harris Taylor Show. And I am so excited to be here this morning. It's a beautiful day in Houston, Texas. As I'm driving in this morning, I'm thinking about what am I going to talk about today? And I'm always thinking about how I can share wisdom with my audience and all about being drastic. And what I came up with today is success in entrepreneurship is a choice. Success in life is a choice. Sometimes the choices are drastic. Most of the time, the choices are drastic. Being an entrepreneur, let's be clear, is probably one of the most drastic decisions you can make in your life and for your business. But I'm thinking about the people that are that I see who are entrepreneurs, and the difference between those that are successful and those that are not are the choices that they make. Let me describe it. You know, my whole saying is about show up, be up, follow up to blow up. And that goes hand in hand with my networking business. You have to show up to be successful. But showing up is a conscientious choice. You can talk yourself out of it, you can talk yourself into it, but it's a choice. You can choose to stay behind the computer, fiddling with your website, your social media, or you can choose to log off, get dressed, and show up. The people who are successful in business regularly choose to show up. Now, I believe the foundation to business success is networking. Now, I might be biased because I own a networking franchise, but I truly believe that relationships matter when it comes to growing a business. With Network in Action, our membership is not cheap. It's $2,000 a year, and I'm proud of that. Why? Because I attract people who make a conscientious choice to invest in themselves at a higher level, right? And when you do, it gets them higher results. But it's a choice. And a lot of people say to me, Tony, that's more than I'm willing to invest. Well, here's what I know for sure. You're going to choose to invest $2,000 with me, or $2,000 in a magazine ad, $2,000 on Facebook ads, $2,000 in direct mail marketing, but you got to invest it, right? There is no business growth without investing in yourself, which is a choice. The second choice you can make is to be up. When you go networking, you have to show up in a way that people are attracted to you. You can choose to show up looking a hot mess. And trust me, I see that a lot. You can show up and stand in the corner of the room, which is not being up. You can show up and not be prepared. And all of those things are choices. Self-talk. How do you talk to yourself and make the right choices to grow your business? And the third key to success, which is a major choice, is following up. If you do not follow up, you won't have a business. The fortune is won and lost in the follow-up, and follow-up is a conscientious push yourself choice. So today I want to just reiterate that being an entrepreneur is a choice. Choosing to be successful as an entrepreneur is a choice. Choosing to invest in yourself is a choice, and it's the choices that you make that contribute to the direct success of your business. So I just want to leave that thought with you, and it's drastic sometimes to make that choice. But if you don't make the right choices as an entrepreneur, you will continue to struggle. And I hate entrepreneurs that struggle, right? And let me say one more thing, and then I'm going to get to my guest. When you're in the struggle, that's when you need to choose to show up, be up, and follow up even more. I just saying. So today we have guests that are near and dear to me. Miss Ericka Clawges. I met Ericka when I was working. I had an office in a real estate brokerage. Shout out to the Bushes. Miss you guys. I had an office in the real estate brokerage. She came to one of my sessions, and she is super, super, super shy. And she was attracted to my, I guess, and we became friends, and she's gotten really drastic in her real estate business. And so she now, though, is partnering with her partner, John, and John and Ericka together have created Synx Home Automation. So I want to introduce you to my guests today, Mr. John Hoffart and Ericka Clawges. Come on over. Yay! One day I'm going to have a studio audience. And we're going to do this live. Yay! I love her smile. She's so beautiful. And I really, really have enjoyed working with Ericka. So we're going to start with Ericka. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. So we always have you introduce yourself in your own words. Who are you and what do you do on the real estate side and then the home automation side?
I help clueless first-time home buyers purchase their first home with credit, knowledge, and confidence.
Oh my God. Mama Coach is happy to hear that. When we started, she said, I'm a realtor. I'm like, oh gosh. I love your elevator speech. Yay. So in case you didn't get that, she's a realtor and she's amazing. And she loves first-time home buyers because she had a negative experience when she bought her first home. Lots of gotchas came up after the process. And she's like, I wish my realtor had told me these things. So there's always a story behind the business as well. And so she has joined with her partner, John. John met him through her a year and a half or so ago. And John and Ericka have come together to start Synx Home Automation. So tell us about Synx, John.
Well, it's a smart home automation company, like you said. Covers everything from, really automating your home with lighting control, audio, video, mesh network to improve your whole house internet. And then a number of other things as well, motorized shades, smart thermostats, smart doorbell cameras, everything like that. So,
and it's run from my cell phone, right?
It can be, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you just walk in your home and you can even have it as voice activated through your Alexa.
Oh.
So you don't have to use your phone if you don't want.
Oh, I like the electronic shades. I open the shades in my house all the time. And when I saw that on the website, I was like, wonder how that works.
It's quickly become our most popular item.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So what motivated you to start this business?
Well, I worked in the home automation industry for over 9 years.
Okay.
And took a break, went back, but I love the industry. And really what made me want to start this business was the way the industry's changed. It has always been, as you and I have talked about, catered to the exclusive and hyper wealthy top 5% in any city. But the industry's changed a lot. They've adjusted their products where they don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of programming, and the equipment is more reasonably priced too for any homeowner.
Okay. So you started the business because now you saw a need for the everyday homeowner could automate their home.
That's correct.
Okay. And affordable.
Very much.
Okay, very good. So he saw a need, And even though he was in a high end space, he wanted to bring this need to the regular people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody.
Yeah. Very good. So, and this is, none of these questions are planned, by the way. I just take my downloads as I get them. So tell me about the shades you say are the most popular.
Yeah.
And then also tell us about some other automations we may not know about.
So on the shades, you can pre-program them for certain times to open up, like when you're waking up.
Okay.
Also the lighting.
And they can be programmed in sync with your lighting. For instance, at a certain time of day when the sun's shining through that window, they come down and the lights come on. Same as when you wake up in the morning, you can have one in your bedroom for your alarm time. That's when you wake up. Lights slowly come on over 30 seconds and your window slowly goes up to let a little light in.
Okay.
So some of the other items though lighting control systems, which I guess I just briefly discussed. But also one really big thing that we're doing and we're offering is, again, in very, very large homes, there are wireless options. However, when you have, say, a 10,000, 20,000 square foot house, you tend to want everything wired.
Okay.
Because there's just such great distances to so many walls between everything. However, in a standard house that we all live in order to save you a lot of money, time, and effort, we have everything we sell has a wireless option.
Okay.
So we don't have to cut holes in your wall, run a bunch of wires. We can, but we don't have to.
Okay.
Save you money and the headache of having sheetrock patched and matching your paint and everything like that.
Sure. So that's good. Now they can do a normal size home on a wire 10 to 20,000. I'm still stuck on the 10 to 20,000 foot houses. Like
They're real. They're there.
Seriously, who is gonna clean all that?
Yeah.
Yes, I know they have staff, but still, I just can't even imagine having that much space. That's too much.
Yeah.
But it's good to know. One of the things that's pricked my ear too is you said you can enhance internet service. Like we live in a small home, relatively 1,800 square feet, but we have a terrible internet in the back of our home.
Yes, so that really the most common thing you hear with internet issues is not, oh, I don't get internet, or my internet cuts out. It happens occasionally, but the biggest issue is I don't get internet in my room, in my bedroom. I get it in my living room, but not in my bedroom. And I mean, we all use our phones everywhere in the house. So what we offer is just a network which expands. Not a typical expander like they sell from cell phone stores and everything like that. What it does is it recreates the network and it connects all around the house. Okay. And it's called a mesh network. And it actually can sync even through, for instance, like the smart dimmers that we install, they all work as repeaters and extenders all the way around the house. So you have a tight little mesh network. Okay. So and anywhere where there's not coverage, we just put a wireless access point and it extends that signal over.
Okay, my husband will want to know because he's always complaining about the internet in the back of the house. So very good. So you could have chose to work for another company that did the automation for regular people. Why did you choose to become an entrepreneurship? Go into entrepreneurship because it ain't easy. I know I make it look easy.
It's not easy at all.
It is not.
Well,
there isn't a company that caters to anything under 3,000 to 5,000 square foot.
Oh, so wait, say it again. Say it again for the people in the back.
There isn't a company that caters to anything under 3,000 to 5,000 square foot.
Wow.
Or if there is, we can't find them.
You can't find them. So, which is a problem. They need marketing.
Well, and that's the thing is when I studied my own advertising, which we have advertising in a number of different formats right now, you can't find it. And the reason is because all the AV companies in this city, in Austin and Dallas, everywhere I'm looking, they're spending their advertising budget at the Lamborghini Festival and ritzy places where only millionaires hang out. And I understand why. I did that too when I worked for them. But they don't invest any time advertising because they won't accept a job less than $30,000.
Okay. And that makes sense, right?
Exactly.
So do you have a job level threshold that you want to work on?
I would say, like, for instance, a standard package, and I mean, it comes with multiple things, not just one thing. I would say the average the average ticket size package we sell right now is $5,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it doesn't mean, like, for instance, there are like the mesh network. That doesn't require any automation parts. It's a standalone system. Sound systems can be a standalone system. They don't have to connect to a full automation system. So therefore, you don't have to buy a full whole house system. You can just buy parts, and then if you want to automate them later, we can do that for you too.
Okay, very good, very good. So you have truly made it more affordable. And in today's market where houses are selling like hotcakes and everybody wants in-home theater systems because nobody wants to go to the movies anymore, you mind it. And listen, you can spend $5,500 on 2 date nights at the movies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's become ridiculous to go to the movies.
And then we're hoping like in 6 months to have financing options available.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working on that too. It's one of those, for a startup, it's difficult.
Sure.
We've been really blessed in that the brands that we work with, very, very good reputable brands. Our automation brand, Control4, which is one of the biggest sellers in the world. They don't typically work with startups.
Okay.
They want multiple years in business. However, because I sold them on what we're doing, and that's what they want, that's what they want.
Reach more.
Yeah, exactly. So they made an exception, and now we represent them.
So that leads me into, thank you for that, because that leads me into the conversation about networking and relationships in business.
Yes.
Why do you think they made an exception for you guys?
Because he knew some people that worked for Control4. And
Say it again for the
they
people in the
trusted
back.
him. Yeah.
He knew somebody.
When you have a reputation, when you've actually sold millions of dollars worth of their product
Sure.
over the last 10 years,
Sure.
it's a little more convincing than just being a stranger.
Sure. So he has a relationship. He has a reputation. He called the people that he knew.
Mhm.
They trust him because of his reputation, which was a choice.
Yes.
I do have to bring it back to the choice theme today. They are extending favors as a result of relationship. So how does networking help you to grow your business?
I think meeting new people, and then they have their own network of people you don't know, and they might be able to introduce you to a client or just somebody else that you mesh with. And yeah.
Associating with other people that are also networking is huge.
Yes.
Even if they in no way relate to your business at all.
Absolutely.
I mean, we just got a referral last week from somebody from a business who
It has nothing.
has absolutely nothing to do with this at all. It is they sell other business products which we would never need.
Right.
But
Yeah.
they knew somebody and they person referred us, and boom.
And here it is, right? So it's all about connections, relationships, showing up and following through. You have a reputation for following through. People will want to help you to grow. And Ericka and I, we talk a lot about networking and she's been showing up more, and I'm very, very proud of you for taking those drastic steps that are uncomfortable. Right? It's not easy, but she's doing a great job, and I'm very, very proud of you. Okay, so you started the business because there was no other company doing what you did in the market you wanted to do it in. But entrepreneurship's not easy. So, and you've had some starts and stops along the way.
Yes.
So can you talk to us about that and encourage someone who might have gone through some of it?
So we registered with the Texas comptroller, and we did not know you had to pay them monthly or file monthly. So we got penalized for that.
Yep. First 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
was
it,
a cheap mistake.
I thought it was quarterly. Apparently, it was monthly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you.
I don't know why we're
something-
saying that. It's embarrassing, but it's good to know. It's
Kind
of
good,
learn
it's good
as you go.
information.
That is good
Yeah,
information.
it really is.
Right? So a lot of you, in fact, I'm going to ask you more about that because I'm not sure I'm doing that either. So we need to.
Actually, I got to the bottom of it. Essentially, is I'd managed that for a company that I worked for, but from what they told me, the comptroller's office, when you start a new business, it's monthly for the first, I think, either 6 months or a year.
Okay.
And then you have the option to change it to quarterly.
Okay.
So
Okay. Very good. So that was a mistake, a lesson learned.
at least that's what they told me. I assume they're telling the truth.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes it depends on who answers the phone that day. So what else? What other challenges have you had?
COVID.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Just that little,
he said,
that little,
yeah.
little nugget there.
So let's talk about that.
We were down for about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had
Oh,
personally.
no,
had
we
COVID.
both had COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not
yes.
just talking about the effect COVID has on the business, supply chains, everything like that.
Right.
And even with such, we're really lucky to carry a brand, multiple brands that made very smart choices during COVID and decided, hey, we don't have the resources to make every single product right now. So we're going to hyper focus on these specific products, which is about 75 to 80% of the product, which they have and have had over the pandemic, which I think is a really, really smart thing to do. A lot of other brands in this industry, well, really technology in general, did not make those choices or made them way too late. And because of that, they have regularly parts that are 6 months to a year late.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Your
Yeah.
suppliers, your vendors are on top of their on the top of their game in
Yep.
getting the supplies into you. Okay, very good. So who's a great referral partner for you all?
Realtors.
Realtors.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay.
Other realtors and,
So realtors for, I think, 2 reasons. Really anyone in real estate, but of course, part of it is just they're,
in front of the client.
well, in some of the best times to buy these products, you can buy them anytime. But for instance, if you're going to buy shades, well,
Before furniture gets in.
yeah, exactly. Or you buy shade. If you've already gone, if you went 2 years ago and spent thousands of dollars on shades, do you really want to spend more money on them? You know, so if you're moving to a new house, that's a good time to buy these things. It's a good time to have. It's a good time to have TVs installed on your walls and everything like that. So it's obviously the buying and selling part is a really good time, especially in this industry for the buying.
Okay.
Another thing with realtors, and this is something I've never been one, but I know one pretty well, and I've worked with them in other industries as referral partners. The reason why they're so good, I think, is because they have people put a lot of trust in the realtor, like a lot of trust. It's the biggest transaction they're probably ever going to make, and when a realtor refers you,
Sure.
it carries a lot more weight than
Sure
if
it
your
does.
mailman refers you.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a very, very big deal. So, and it doesn't come easy. You have to work hard for a realtor referral.
Sure.
They're not just
Yeah.
going to refer anyone.
Sure.
Is their reputation's on the line and their future referrals are on the line.
Absolutely.
So it forces us to do a really good job.
So if you're a real estate agent in my network and you have not connected with John and Ericka, please do, because they're going to help your clients, and everybody wants home theaters and automation now, and you want to support a small business. That's a choice, right? You could call the bigger businesses, right? But why wouldn't we support our small business owners in our area that are making a difference in our communities as well? So any last things you want to share with the audience?
All our employees are certified to program all the systems.
Okay, so they have employees, they're certified,
We're also
Yeah.
certified.
and they're certified
We can program
themselves.
systems as well.
And much of the time we have to.
Yeah.
Because we're our startup. So
Well, it's easier to pre-program it a little bit for what we can before we get it into the home. It saves a lot of time.
and then at the end you do a kind of final customization based on their specific needs, meaning you prioritize things on their touchscreens on their phone based on what they use the most.
Okay,
And on top, and also just changing it based on what rooms, need the most attention.
okay, very good, very good. So I love it. Thank you so much for sharing all this great information about your new business. Congratulations on
Thank you.
taking the
Thank you.
drastic steps to get that done. And if you are looking to buy or lease a home, you can contact Ericka. She can help you with that as well. And she especially likes working with first-time home buyers who want all the information up front so that they don't have the problem she had when she purchased her first home. So give them a call. Their information is scrolling across the screen, and just network with them. They're great connectors of people as well. And who knows what'll come from it. All right, very good. Any final thoughts?
I
You're
think we're
good.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the Drastic Results with Tony Harris Taylor show. This is Tony Harris Taylor saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.